What's going on, guys? It's Quasi Dog here, and in today's video, we're going to be taking a look at this guy right here. This is the TCL breeva A3 Smart Air Purification System, and this will help a lot of people breathe a lot better in their home. It's no surprise that given the world's climate right now, we're spending a lot more time inside than outside, but we really don't understand the impact that has on our indoor air, whether it be cooking odors, bacteria, dander, pollen, you name it, and it's probably littered all throughout your house. This is going to affect people with allergies, people that may be sensitive to that stuff, or just kind of give you an overall stuffy nose and just not feeling that great. So the breeva aims to fix all of that. Now it accomplishes that task by taking air on a 360-degree basis on the underside of the breeva A3 and passing it through its 5 stages of filtration. This would include a pre-filter, an H13 HEPA filter, a layer of activated carbon, infused negative ions, and a UVC sterilization system. Now, once it's finished purifying all of that outside air that it sucks in, it simply kicks that out of the exhaust in the upper side of the breeva 3 and leaves the air fresh and ready to breathe. This actually kills up to 99.97% of household bacteria and will kill or eradicate just about anything down to a level as low as 0.3 microns in size. Now, if we go ahead and open the underside of the breeva A3, we will get a closer glimpse at that filtration system we talked about. Now, the amazing thing here is that if you choose to run this filtration system for up to 12 hours a day, this filter will last you up to 180 days before it'll need changing. And if everything I mentioned before sounded expensive, don't worry, the filters are very affordable, and after the Indiegogo launch, they will actually have 2 other filtration systems available for purchase on Amazon. Now, taking a look at the overall design language when it comes to the breeva A3, I've had it here the whole time for you guys to take a glimpse of, and honestly, I find this very unintrusive and it should blend with most household decors. They've styled this around like a modern Nordic feel, and overall, I think they've done a very good job. For the most part, it's just hard matte plastic. It doesn't pick up a lot of fingerprints, which is fantastic. The grills here, they're all kind of inset and recessed, so there's nothing sharp like a cheese grater that will kind of impact or hurt either yourself, your kids, or your pets. And then the top mounted controls are very, very easily accessible. They're all touch-based, so you don't have to worry about them protruding out. And overall, I really appreciate that this will fit, or should fit, in just about any room you choose to put it in. Now, taking a quick tour of the buttons at the top here, we're simply going to move from left to right and indicate exactly what all of these touch buttons do. So of course, we do have power on and off, pretty self-explanatory, but you can actually hold that for 3 seconds to enable the Wi-Fi to set this up with the TCL Home Smart app. Next, you have a 4-stage fan control, you have your 4-stage timer as well, you have your filter indicator light here, you have your air quality meter, so this will actually change 3 different colors to indicate whether or not you have good, moderate, or poor air quality. Those colors are of course white, like we can see right here, yellow, and then red for poor. Here you have the UVC sterilization system, so simply touching that will turn that feature on and off as well. You have your child lock, so holding this for 3 seconds and getting a little bit of a beep means that now nobody can come in and actually interact with these touch buttons, making sure that however you have this set is kind of the way that it stays set. So turning that back off, we'll take, of course, a look at the last button here, which is going to be for the ambient light. And this just kind of adds a little bit more mood and ambiance. This is fantastic for, again, not only mood lighting, but also if you want to use this in less of a common area in, let's say, a bedroom, it works great as a night light as well. This also has a sleep mode that will also turn the fans down as low as 26 decibels, meaning that you shouldn't really even know that it's operating if you're trying to catch a nap. Now, I want to go a little bit further when we talk about controls as well, because yes, there are upper mounted touch controls on the top of this, but part of the branding around the Breeva A3 is the fact that it is a smart device. So this is fully controllable by the TCL Home application on iOS or Android, and you can also use this with voice integration thanks to its partnership with Amazon Alexa and Google Assistant. Now, taking a quick tour through the application, in this case we'll be looking at it on my iPhone 12 Pro. We're going to click on the A3, and here we're actually going to see first the indication of the air quality. So in this case, in this room, the air quality is set to great. You can very easily turn the power of the unit off. You can turn it back on again remotely. Working our way from the top down, you have your filter life. So again, right now it has 2160 hours, which is the maximum hours per filter. That should run you about 180 days if you're using it for about 12 hours a day. Here we have all of the different controls. So if we go on to auto, which is the primary way that I personally use it, we also have sleep, which indicates that it is in sleep by engaging the dark mode. And then we do have the fan controls here as well. And this allows us to control the fans with either low, medium, or high. And you can probably hear that ramping up as well. We're gonna put that back into sleep mode just because I find it's a little bit easier to see the display. Now here you can actually set favorite settings, so it's a very easy way to go back to kind of your preferred way to set it up. You have your panel light, whether or not you want the lights on the top of the unit to be illuminated or not. Your night light, you also have not only the ability to turn that on and off, but also to control its brightness. And we talked about that a little bit before when we looked at the top mounted controls. You have your shield. So this is the Breeva shield for the UV sterilization. We have your countdown, and this allows you to set up to 8 hours at a time for a timer if you have the timer engaged. And then you can also set the child lock remotely as well. Now for me, I've only spent a couple of days with the Breeva A3, but so far I've been very, very impressed in how this operates. For me, a lot of my household isn't as tech savvy as myself, so I love the fact that this simply has either the ability for me to remotely control this through the TCL Home application when I'm away from the house, or I can engage the child lock on the top so my 5-year-old doesn't play with the settings, and I can just leave it in automatic mode to ensure that it's doing everything that it needs to do with very little impact or need for anybody to go ahead and control it at home. So I guess in conclusion, the TCL breeva A3 has my seal of approval and my recommendation. Now, I didn't understand the impact of an air filtration system until I actually got one a couple of months ago. It's been sitting in this room, in this office, and I have noticed a major difference. Now, with the A3 by TCL, this actually has the availability of purifying or decontaminating up to 250 square feet. So you best believe that this guy is going upstairs in my main living area to help with all the pet dander, the dust, the debris, the pollen coming in out of the outside windows now that we're hitting springtime, and just everything else. It'll blend very, very nice. I'll be able to just simply put it on auto, let it do its thing, and monitor its performance through either my Google Home hubs upstairs or from my smart device as well. So again, if you want to learn more about the TCL breeva A3 or any of the other filtration systems that they have live on Indiegogo right now, the links will be in the video description. In that link, you can also take a look at the filter technology. They have the replacement filter cost, the early bird specials for these guys here, and I believe there's even some contests to be had as well. So until my next video, my name is Quasi Dog. You guys have been awesome, and we'll catch you all in the next one. Take care.